What's up? What's up? Am I speaking your language, man? Up? I don't know how to pronounce a bunch of P's like that. That looks funny. I want to love you, and treat you right. Yes, I want to love you. This thing doesn't work very well. I gotta re-rig my scenario. How's this? How's that work? That might work. Looks like I lost my audience. You guys shouldn't do this. I think that loses your audience. You're like, oh my god, this guy's so annoying. I don't give a fuck. Just trying to clear my bong stem so I can take a bong hit. Only reason I started my show because I was worried that there was people waiting, but now there's nobody there. So whatever. So what the fuck? I want to love you and treat you right every day and every night. I need to smoke some fucking pot. Smoke them if you got them. That's what I say. Yeah. Got some actual real clouds. The weather forecast for today is, well, we look like we have some real clouds in the sky for a change, as opposed to the nanodust fucking mesh we usually get that's sprayed out of any number of planes on any number of days per week, that lingers in the sky for any number of hours to fucking all day, that basically drips back down onto the surface of the earth as it has weight because it's made from metal particulates, so it sinks down onto all of us, and it's a mixture of all these different metals that they apparently feel like it's necessary to spray in the sky so as to reflect the sun back into space, this theoretical place that probably doesn't even really exist. And I don't even think that's what they're really trying to do. I think they're just trying to fucking terraform this place for the robots. They're trying to turn us all into robots, man! Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck. I don't want to be a robot. They'll be like, okay, everyone figured out the earth is flat. Well, let's turn them all into robots. What? It's our fault? And I'd go back to just believing in the globe if I knew it was going to be like that. Be like, oh no, man, Earth is a globe. I don't want to be a robot. But not everybody can be a robot polisher. Shout out to Robot Polisher. You can get to space, but only with, yeah. And you can make the Earth spin too, but only with weightlifting. That kind of weightlifting. It's funny how the people that have been to space, the only people that could really know Earth's shape from their first-hand experience, funny how they don't want to debate us. It's all these other fucking clowns that have never left Earth and never will. So it just gives me half a mind to think that those other people that say they've left Earth haven't really left Earth, because otherwise they'd come and fucking debate us, right? I mean, we're a pretty big thing now at this point. Am I wrong? Am I tripping? I mean, like, what in the F? What in the F, for F's sake? What in the effing fuck? Oh, crap. Hi. Are you old enough to remember back when it was fucking freedom, like when it was after 9/11 happened? France apparently wasn't trying to like get up, like support our war on war. They were like, no, that sounds crazy. You guys go ahead. And then George Bush was all, well, if you're not with us and you're against us, you know, kind of thing. And so fuck France basically was the attitude. And like to the point where it was like there was propaganda. It was like fucking, you go get some French fries. They're not French fries anymore. They're freedom fries. I found that to be highly amusing. I'm like, I'm not going to forget this, everybody. This shit's fucking funny. You guys are seriously, wow. We can't like French kiss or like have French bread. It's all freedom. So my response to that was, yo, fuck that. Pardon my French. Oh, I mean, pardon my freedom. Freedom fries, what a joke. So if you ever hear me say pardon my freedom, that's what I'm referring to. I use that line sometimes and people are like, what do you mean? I'm like, dude, maybe I'm just older than you. You weren't there when we had freedom fries. Freedom fried. I like my freedom fried, deep fried in grease. How do you like your freedom fried? Fried freedom, get it while it's hot, get it while it's fried. When Belgium bought Budweiser, and they're like fucking Budweiser waffles. Baby, do you have smokes on you? You're awesome. Oh, you are? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. $50 million for fucking Budweiser. That's all they charged for the whole company. So that's who's responsible for this fucking coup. What's that guy's name again? The Bud Light fucking rep. What was that dude's name? That one clear.
I can't think of it.
Dylan.
Dylan, yeah, that's not good.
Dylan, well, something I forget now. I bet you, I'd be willing to put money on it. Like I bet you he's not even like a trans, whatever. I bet he's just fucking hired a gun. You know what I mean? They're like, we need to get somebody up in here to fucking get our DEI, quota or whatever. Funny how they made it DEI and not DIE. Diversity, inclusion, and equity. No, that spells die. Yeah, Dylan Mulvaney, that's what it is. Got to work that name into a song somehow. Dylan Mulvaney. What rhymes with Dylan Mulvaney? Dylan Mulvaney. Dylan Mulvaney. Don't think he's still a tranny. He's actually just a straight dude they put in fucking women's clothing just to make sure they got their fucking quota fulfilled. Dylan Mulvaney, he's just a normal dude. He's just a normal dude. Dylan Mulvaney, he's just another dude. He just wore a woman's outfit so he could piss you off.
Are you up in Knockdown Bloom? That would be cool. I think it's rare. I know what you're capable of now.
That thing has gotten so big. I remember when I first grabbed that thing. I love it.
Might look cool over down there too. Down by the wall. With the palm trees kind of.
You say move it down there?
I don't know. I'm just saying it might look cool.
I think. Oh, baby, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Why is my life like this? I embarrassed myself in front of your show.
Nobody's sorry. Are you okay? Let me see your
Yeah, the whole stone moved and flipped out. Yeah.
Baby. We got to make that into an area that's walkable.
This is so clumsy.
No, it wasn't your fault. The thing fell down. Anybody would have fallen. The ground gave way, baby. It's not your fault. Born in 91. So you were kind of just like a little kid when the 9/11 thing happened, huh? Or I guess you were like 10 years old or whatever. So you remember it. That must have been a trip being a youngin'. You're like, Mommy, Daddy, are we gonna go to war? Do I have to get into the army? I don't want to go in the army. If you're not with us, you're against us. Good joke. Who else is in here? We got a lurker. Lurking. Lurking for a living. I'm taking what they're giving because I'm lurking for a living. Dylan Mulvaney was just another dude. He wasn't really a tranny. Dylan Mulvaney wasn't just a tranny. He was just another dude, just another fucking plebeian troglodyte. He was just another fool working for Bud Light, trying to get his fucking fame. He was a sellout indeed, but he wasn't really who he claimed to be. Dylan Mulvaney. He was just a fucking queer for a second. In it for a minute, then he dipped. Dylan Mulvaney still has a dick. Sorry, I'm not very good at freestyling this early in the day. Oh, man. That sounds good. Yeah, I tuned it. I know what I'm doing. All the years combined. What the fuck? It sounded good a second ago. How did this shit happen? All the years combined and melt into a dream. A broken angel sings from a guitar. And then you hear the song. Come crying like the wind down every lonely street there's ever been. Stella Blue. Stella Blue. Stella Blue. And all the cards are down. There's nothing left to see. There's just broken dreams and vanished years. And when you hear that song, come crying like the wind down every lonely street that's ever been. Stella Blue. Stella Blue. I stayed in every blue line cheap hotel. Can't win for trying. Dust off these out of tune strings. Just one more time. This thing's a piece of shit. There's the strings, actually. It's not the guitar. I've stayed in every blue line cheap hotel. Can't win for trying. Dust off the rusty string just one more time. You're gonna make 'em shine, gonna make 'em shine, shine. Gonna make 'em shine. And it all rolls into one. Nothing comes for free. There's nothing you can hold for very long. And when you hear that song, it seems like all this life was just a dream. When you hear that song, crying like the night, it seems like all this life was just a dream. Stella Blue. Stella Blue, Stella Blue. reminds me of my other song that I wrote. It goes like this. Well, it's a joke, but you know it really wasn't that funny. And it's too bad, although you know I'm actually kind of glad that all this happened, 'cause you know it really find my way through all the deception and all the lies that permeate everything, as well as it helps everyone to find out where they really stand with one another, and with the man who reaches down his upper hand. And the long arm of the law, we finally saw how far it reaches around and holds you down, takes what it needs and leaves you where to die, or get back up and begin to fight another day. Someday you'll win if you never give in to persistence and all its evil tentacles. I'm just making words up. I don't have any words, so it's kind of embarrassing. I don't know what to say. Well, it turns out that Big Pharma is the one that really has the long arm. The long arm of Big Pharma reaches around and sticks a needle in. It tells you you're healthy if you get a bunch of needles jammed in your arm all day. I don't know. Help me out here. I need some words. The long arm of Big Pharma and this man with his weed whacking machine. They're both equally annoying. I'm not employed of them, so hopefully they go away, never come back another day, and I can play my guitar in peace. But it's never that easy, if you know what I mean. It seems like everyone you talk to looks at you like you're crazy. It's almost like we've been cursed. It's more like a reverse curse, which is a blessing in disguise. Read your eyes and it works out fine. Need some lyrics. Looks like everybody left. They couldn't stand my song. Well, that's fine with me. It's pretty dumb. At least I'm not being embarrassed anymore. Oh, but someone might watch this later. But in which case, I feel totally self-conscious. But I've learned to not take it far. What anyone thinks, sometimes it's kind of a curse. about their tough shit. So what I'm gonna have to accept is being my fate on this Sunday. The man with the sweet blacking machine is more important than anything. Hogs all the sound waves, puts me in the background like that extra noise. There's only so many weeds you can whack, and after that you'll have to turn off that annoying thing. That's when I will rejoice. I'll dance around like a happy astronaut, landed on the moon, and then play golf and become the president. Said, Mr. Nixon, what do you think about this golf course in the sky that night? It's so fucking cool. Sure glad we brought our golf clubs and our golf carts and our little flags we can stick in the ground. It's pretty much just like being on a really nice golf course. Look at all these holes everywhere. This is God's golf course. God hasn't played golf on the moon in a while, so let's celebrate. I'm gonna rejoice now, 'cause the noise has ceased to be noisy. Now I'm the only noise, and it's getting kind of old. So this is the part of the song where I decide to change. Clean up the bar and wrap it up into something way better. Okay, now the sound waves have cleared. I didn't bring my coffee out here. What the fuck is wrong with me? How am I supposed to not have cotton mouth? I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to wait for a second while I go get my coffee because I'm about to swallow my tongue. My cotton mouth is so bad. But just know this. The earth is flatter than a hot roadkill. I'll be right back. Well, it's a joke, but you know it really wasn't that funny. So, like, you know, we're like supposed to be like losing this battle against the Globers. Oh, flat Earth is it's a fading thing. It's just a flash in the pan. And then this bitch comes out with her video. It's not a flash in the pan. It got bigger. This is scary, she says. Sabine. It sucks she has the same name as Forever Love. I don't like that. I think Forever Love should be Sabine and not that other bitch. She doesn't deserve a name like that. Talking shit. She's just all, they're just stupid. Like, wow, that's a great argument you got there. Like, her whole video is just like one big fallacious fucking fallacious souffle. One big fallacious side dish. It wasn't even like worthy of like, well, I left some comments actually, but I was gonna say it doesn't really dignify a response, but I responded. I can't help myself. I said, well, you couldn't be more wrong, lady. And the reason you were wrong is because you underestimated it. It's not a flash in the pan. There's reason there's more and more and more of us. And it's not because we're dumb. There's some incredibly brilliant people. And you would know that if you actually paid attention and actually did the necessary research about the thing you're claiming to know about. and ripping on and making it sound like it's stupid. It's like you obviously don't realize that there's actually some incredibly brilliant people that are joining this awakening. And if you had actually paid attention and given it a fair chance, whether or not you were going to believe it in the end is beside the point. If you're just capable of listening to something and like hearing someone out and just and paying attention, and like going deeper than surface level. I mean, you hear just a few people talk about something and are like, okay, well, who are those few people? And you start digging deeper, and you find that there's some people, with some fucking capacity for like understanding the things that you're claiming to like be some fucking end all be all, like all that science that you're touting. I'm talking about this lady Sabine. I don't know if you guys have seen her, but I'll leave a link, or if somebody knows what I'm talking about, leave a link. I forget what her video. I think her video is called "Flat Earth is Scaring Me," or "Why I'm Scared of Flat Earth," or something. Dude, he's only got so many weeds he can whack. He's almost done, I think. I hope. Annoying, dude. But she's like, I'm scared of flat Earth. Because she had made a video a few years ago, or I don't know, maybe it wasn't that long ago, but she made a video about how flat earthers should be taken seriously and why they're wrong. And it was just a typical like fallacious souffle. I left a comment in that video more recently because it was served up to me by YouTube, and I was just listening to it going, oh brother, couldn't help but drop a comment in there. And then, man, this guy is gonna. And then she recently put another video up there. It's like, flat Earth scares me. The first thing she says is like, I was wrong about flat Earth. I thought it was gonna go away, but it didn't. It's gotten bigger, and now it's scaring me. And she went on to just say like, just surface level shit, and like. Starting off by like making fun of us for having different ideas, like it's like, what did she call it? It was like she made fun of it for not being like a unified group, it's like, they're all over the place kind of thing. It's like, well, yeah, because we're fucking trying to figure shit out and we don't have the establishment behind us, it's like, and because we're not a cult. Like, maybe you should just, like, think that through a little bit and just be like, oh, maybe they're just a bunch of people, and it's not like a cult. If it was a cult, we'd have, like, certain beliefs that couldn't be questioned. That goes a big old weird-looking plane. There is a little bit of a dogma going on, but it's more like just like, hey, look, if you don't believe the Earth to be stationary and level, then, like, we're on a different page kind of thing, You're welcome to hang out and talk with us as long as you're not rude. But like, it's not like it's like that dogmatic, I mean, there's Globers that come in that are actually decent people, I think, maybe. I don't think so, actually. I think they're all liars. And I think they're, I just feel like the people that actually argue for the globe, I feel like they're like compromised in some way. You know what I mean? I just feel like that's what's going on, because it just seems like if you really were to be a genuine person, like just totally objective, just be a genuine person looking for truth, that's when you realize that there's nothing to be scared of, for one thing. And I mean, the truth hurts. I guess, but nothing to be scared of, really. And like, you just have to realize it, like, why this is happening, because none of us have left Earth, and so we can't verify that it's what its shape is. Maybe it doesn't have a shape. Like, I'm not telling you that I know what the Earth's shape is. I'm just telling you that it hasn't been proven like you think it has. And the default is flat Earth, if you haven't realized that one yet. Like, that's the default position, by the way, is that the Earth is flat and stationary. That's why all the old societies used to think that. You know what I mean? That's the default position. You come along, you think you got some other idea going on that's like counter to what the default position is. Well, then that's when you got to start making the proof. And if your proof is that you got a little spinny toy that moves around and does things, that's not going to suffice, man. You know what kinematics are? It's a word that Austin, these guys use. I mean, it's basically like I think I know what it means, which is maybe I should look it up first before I start talking about it. But I think what it means is that it's just like it's an understanding of something to where you don't really understand the causal mechanism. You know what I mean? It's just like you're applying a theory to why it might be happening, but the thing that's happening isn't isn't proof of the causal mechanism. Am I making sense? It's like you say, well, gravity is the reason things fall at this rate. It's like so that okay, but you can't use that as proof of gravity. You could try to say that's evidence of it, maybe, but like it's more about that's the effect. You can't use the effect as the proof, and and there's these, so it's like you start running into these sort of situations where it's like, is it all kinematics? I mean, this has all been a sort of like we had this idea and now we're because of some earthly observations that were made, but now every earthly observation that's made has to fit into that new assumption, that that bias, the Copernican principle. It's like that's not science, if you're biased. And we have like this whole thing with like Airy's failure, like that's just like it's not that he didn't do his experiment correctly. If you didn't do your experiment correctly, you're just like a person that failed at doing science, and you won't be remembered, guarantee you. But if you did your experiment correctly, then it's not a failed experiment. If you say that it's failed, then like you know what I mean? It's like there's no reason Airy's failure would be remembered if he was just some dumbass that couldn't conduct a scientific experiment correctly. Those people don't get remembered. They don't make it as a scientist, But Airy's failure is implying that the result of the experiment was a failure because it didn't fall into what they expected to happen. And so it's like it didn't like comply with their philosophical beliefs, basically. The science didn't support their philosophy, basically, what their assumption was. In which case they named it a failure of an experiment, but it wasn't a failure. It just didn't give them the answer they wanted. And to like so to forever remember that experiment as Airy's failure, when it is like the most unscientific name you could give to it. It's like, how is it a failure? Because he didn't do the experiment right? No, he did it right, but it just didn't get the result. No, it got a result, and it just wasn't the one that you wanted. So you're calling it a failure, implying that whoever uses that term is more or less like a charlatan imposing their philosophical beliefs on us and calling it science, and like using that very science to basically explain how everything that we know is just some happy accident that happened for no real fucking reason at all. So I take issue with shit like that. Airy's failure. I'm sorry, but if anyone uses that, it's like they're exposed. It's like, why is it a failure now? Explain to me. Because did he not do the experiment correctly? No, he did. Okay, so you got the answer you didn't want. So how often does this kind of thing happen with you guys? Every time. Like I said, it's like the flat and stationary Earth. That's the default. So when you keep getting all these failures, you're just gonna have to like welcome back to flat Earth kind of thing. Until you fucking stop failing. It's embarrassing, really, and it's like it really is pretty lowbrow when it comes down to it. It's just about the indoctrination, and like and the space hoax with all this fucking space agencies, and they provide such a shoddy fucking presentation of what they claim is going on out there. It's been so inconsistent and so debunked like so many times over. It's just like that's why these globers don't fucking bother bringing the space shit up that much. They don't really try to defend. They don't present NASA's findings to us as though it's something that's worthy of like bringing to a debate, because they know it's bullshit. they'll make little videos about how and what we said isn't right or something, but they don't ever touch this. The ones that like they don't. I never heard one of these guys do a video about why that dude's going by on a harness in the background. That's the one that needs to be explained away, and they haven't done that yet. Or the bitch with her fucking fro that's all spiked. She's trying to say it's gravity, and then she does a little upside down thing, but her hair just remains in the same spiked afro. It's like she's pointing at her hair, like, look what gravity's doing. They're talking about it. Look at gravity's. Look at her hair's doing the gravity thing, the low gravity thing, and she's all, yeah, look. And then she goes upside down, and her hair just remains in the same position. I was like, that's not gravity, bitch. That's an ugly hairdo. Like, it's just little mistakes like that, you know. It's like it's almost like they try to. They're just so dumb, you know, that they make. How could that? Because that was just like, what? Her hair didn't move. Why do you want us to look at that? That's just pretty retarded, you know. I mean, that you notice how they don't touch these certain ones where it's just like, it's just like an embarrassment. Like, they won't make a video debunking our debunking of it because they know that we're right, and so that's why they don't bring up that shit too much in debates. You'll notice this. They don't try to fall back on NASA's the space agencies of the world and all their fucking findings. They don't try to use that in their debates against us. They fall back on things like the Cavendish experiment, and they'll dwell on little petty like Foucault pendulums. It's like those are just like people playing with toys, you know. I mean, like this is you understand it's a grandiose claim to be making that the Earth forms a ball and that's in motion. It's a grandiose claim. Like you can't just have a little toy or like some balls hanging. Like no, it's gonna take more than that, man. It really is because it doesn't feel like it's moving, and we can't really measure curvature. Like we've gone out there and tried to, and it's like it's different every day. So it's kind of tricky, right? Sometimes you can see way too far, so it's like, you know, we got some issues, and you know, with the sunset, for instance, like all it takes is a telescope and digital zoom camera to go down and watch the sunset. As the sun starts sinking below the horizon, like you think it's supposed to be going behind the curve, you know, take out your camera before the sun goes all the way down and zoom in on it, and you'll see that it didn't go behind shit. It's still way up in the sky. So what you thought you were seeing was an illusion, you know. And like that combined with the fact that I didn't feel like I was falling backwards while I was watching it, those two things right there combined kind of like paint a different picture from what we're supposed to believe. So it just turns out all these proofs, you know, are just more like, you know, I would say maybe misinterpreted evidence, but like not even so much now because we've sort of proven it to be, you know, misinterpreted evidence at, you know, at best. But like the fact that since we've proven it, now they've come up with other excuses and things, and it's like more like, well, you're just all you're doing is just making this thing to be unfalsifiable, you know. And it's like if we fucking falsified it, and you keep coming back with these new goalposts that you set, you know, it's like, I mean, like, is it evident yet that this thing is unfalsifiable? You know, we have a lunar eclipse happening in the sky while the sun's still above the horizon. The shadow is approaching the moon from the top down. The sun is still visible. That didn't falsify your model. That's a scheduled eclipse. You know, you notice how we didn't get taught about that eclipse when we were in school? They call it the impossible eclipse. Now that's kind of funny because it's not impossible because it's a scheduled eclipse. So it's been happening forever. So it's like what's impossible is the reason why you think it's happening. The thing that's impossible is actually your model. You know, it's like the thing that failed wasn't the experiment; it was your model. It's like, you know, is it evident yet that this is a dogma? This is a fucking philosophical belief. Versus, you know, Einstein said, "I've come to realize that I can't prove this scientifically, but I still believe it. Though we still know it's true, I can't prove it scientifically from our vantage point here on the Earth." Is what he said in more or less words. You know, I'm not trying to say he didn't believe the glow. I'm trying to say that he couldn't prove it. He couldn't convince himself that it was true scientifically, but he was able to maintain his belief because he really firmly believed in that philosophical belief of the Earth being a globe in motion. But the smartest guy that's ever, you know, that we attribute all this science to, this, you know, the relativity, and they use it to support this model. But the thing is, he wasn't convinced scientifically that it was proven. he was finding all these failures, like the guy that they fucking, try to refer to as being, you know, the man that, whose ideas supported this whole thing. It's like he wasn't even scientifically convinced. So I'm not either. So at least I didn't have to sit and crunch all the numbers like he did. I mean, that's a lot of work he did, apparently. See, the thing is, I mean, it's like there's a lot of like really, complicated math going on, but like it's funny how they just keep, you know, running into these like glaring blemishes in their whole thing. Where it's like, well, the gravity model for what's going on out there is, well, it's like 80 something% wrong or 90 something% wrong. So it's like, no, that's just 100% wrong. Like at the point where you're that wrong, you're just fucking wrong. I mean, I don't know what the diminishing law, what do you want to call it? Is like it wasn't 5% correct. It was just wrong. It's so dumb. They try to like sort of like hang on and hang on for dear life. Oh, the rest of it's black matter or dark energy or something. It's like, well, I mean, or you're just wrong. There's two different possibilities. You're not, or you're just not 5% correct. You're just 100% wrong. Maybe that's what the problem is here. The little 5% that you're hanging on to, that was just like some anomalistic shit that was. I mean, like, give me a break, dude. Like when I got a 5% on a test in school, I didn't get a passing grade. It didn't pass. So you don't pass with your model. Sorry. And little g, that was big G. Big G took a shit. Big G shit the bed, and little g is it's just evidence. It's not proof. Little g is just the rate of fall. It's how fast things fall. That's the effect that they're claiming is being caused by this thing they can't prove. I mean, you see where the glaring blemish. I just don't understand how really intelligent people can't see how that's sort of like, you know, just see it for what it's really worth. They're just not that intelligent, I guess. I guess I'm really super smart. What's up, Saddlebum, Tony? Nice to see you guys. Script reading role players. That's about all they're good for. Yeah, really. And a lot of them don't even realize that's what they're doing. They memorize the script, and they just go up there and spit it like it's truth. And even though there's people pointing out to them that like, you can't really say gravity's been proven because it's actually been disproven. Big G has, and little g is just an effect. It's not a causal. You don't have anything there. And you can refer to Cavendish all day long, but that's not. There's so many holes in that whole experiment. Like, it's not even worthy. Like, what I mean? It's like if the thesis for your the hypothesis is that mass attracts mass, which I think has been thrown out already, but people are just kind of. It's more about bendy space and time is what we got going on there. But like, in any case, neither one of those things are provable. You can't use a scientific method to prove that mass attracts mass because you're going to have to be able to manipulate mass the size of Earth and the sun, and it's been designed in just a way to where it's impossible to use a scientific method to test for it. To test, whether it's the causal agent. You can test for the effect, but you could call it anything you want. Call it gravity. Call it just things falling. Don't try to confuse people. But that's what the globe model is all about. It's trying to confuse you. It's like we use the globe model to make all these amazing predictions that couldn't be made without the globe model. I mean, all those cycles and all those reliable patterns that have been reliable cycles that repeat on the most perfect, like rhythm. It's those cycles that have been known for fucking centuries, ever since man has been studying the world around them. Now you're going to burst in with your new model and just claim that that's been makes all these predictions when it turns out they're just cycles. It's like a clock. So it's like you're predicting what the clock is going to do. You think that's a fucking cool trick or something? I mean, like, you just keep running into shit like that where it's like, dude, that's like a deceptive way of fucking coming at me with something. It's like, it's not a prediction if it's a fucking cycle that's been known for fucking hundreds of years before you came along with your dumb model. That's a deception. Don't run deception. Don't run trickery on me. Like, I mean, that's a trick. That's a blatant. I mean, it's like you keep running into shit like that with this, you know. It's like I'm just an observer, and I'm just looking at it from the outside, looking in, going, well, there's a lot of fucking shoddy logic going on here, and like there's like really intelligent people, that pull it, that they make you think they're intelligent because by the way they've been like awarded with accolades for their studies and with their position they hold or whatever, but it's like but all these things that I'm saying right here are lost on them. And I mean, I'm saying pretty obvious logical shit that I don't feel like you can really shake a stick at, really. I mean, I don't feel like I'm saying stuff that's really that easy to like shut down. I'm just speaking like logic, it's like, why is a scientific experiment a failure? Why do you I mean, that's not scientific to think of it like that, you know. They didn't bother trying to explain what he did wrong because he didn't do nothing wrong. They just didn't like the result because it didn't jive with their philosophy, which is unscientific. You can't argue with me about that. That's like fact. I mean, it's just like me observing human nature and like, I mean, they can only, a person that's trying to deceive you can only be so clean, I mean, they're gonna fuck up, and it's like you can just tell by the way they deliver their fucking lie, that it's like it's deceptive. There's deceptive, like, little fucking manipulations going on, and it doesn't take a genius to see that. You just have to try to become unbiased enough to like fucking just look at it for what it's worth. If you're just firmly believing it without ever having left the earth and actually been able to verify it for yourself, then you understand that you're just appealing to authority, and because that's what the authority tells you is true. Like that's basically all you're doing. Because there's no way you could know without having left. The Earth presents itself as a stationary plane. We have to treat the Earth as though it's a stationary plane. At the end of the day, they have to treat this place as though it were the place they say we're crazy for thinking that it fucking is. It's a bass backwards world, man. Everything's been hurled into obscurity, and we can barely see the way it used to be. Yeah, living in a bass backwards world. Everything's been turned upside down. Hey, wolf, go shake that devil out. Living in a backwards land. No one seems to understand or be able to make any sense of it. Everything's been inverted, perverted, subverted. Well, we've all been hurting like that. That's not darkness. Yeah, everything's been turned upside down. They want to shake the devil out. Living in a backwards world, everything has been hurled into obscurity. We can barely see the way it used to be. Everything's been inverted, perverted, subverted, reworded. Here comes the sun. I'm gonna grab a cigarette. I'll be right back. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's still a good phone. Everything's been inverted, perverted, subverted, reworded. Well, we've all been herded like cattle to the slaughterhouse. You ever get the feeling that you're just training the AI? I do. Kind of gets on my nerves a little bit. Now I gotta fix this. Ah, there we go. Oh, there we go. That's even better. The great good was neither good nor great. All they had was pride and a bigger hate. What they create, some people call their fate. So I guess for them it's way too late to try to turn back the tidal wave that is heading our way. The things I say that sound insane someday will come to pass. Until that day, they'll be gaslighting me away. But we'll see who's laughing last. And I know that he who laughs last will be laughing alone. Carefully, we who see must plant the seed. Carefully, we have to help them see. I need to put a Band-Aid on. My fingers all fucked up. I wonder if this Band-Aid will work. No, it's all wet. Darn it. Maybe it'll work. Let's see. Please work. Oh, it works. What do you know? Got a wet Band-Aid on. I don't know if it's gonna work. We'll see. We will see who's laughing last. That's the part where the trumpet solo starts, and I don't have my trumpet here with me, so that'll have to wait. Here we go. Here we go. Better act fast, jackass. Last chance to hammer in the brass tacks. Not the lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass. They're acting like a maniac. You wonder why exactly I'm explaining this. Just consider a fucking fact. Once you get the bug up, like there isn't gonna be a way to hard to do that with a cigarette. Better act fast, jackass, last chance, hammer in the brass tacks. The time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging ass, or acting like a maniac. And do you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that? Just consider the fucking fact. Once you grab your bug out bag, there's gonna be a way to turn back around, cause this whole thing is gonna come down. That's right. Well, I see who's laughing, the place starts collapsing in a free-for-all. Anything can happen if the ship goes down. So does the captain. And wherever you are is where you'll be stuck. Or when this place goes belly up, you better have yourself a damn good plan when the shit hits the fan. When the going gets tough, you better be clever enough. You gotta know what the fuck to do. You're gonna run amok, let the muck run you. Better act fast, jackass, last chance, hammer in the brass tacks. No time for lagging, nagging, bragging, dragging us, or acting like a maniac. And if you wonder why exactly I'm explaining that, just consider the fact that once you grab your bug out back, there is gonna be a way to turn back around, and this whole thing is gonna come down. My butt showing. My pants keep falling down. Sorry. Don't look lower than this line. Onomatopoeia. 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 Oh, onomatopoeia. 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 Sorry. I know. It is what it sounds like. It is what it does, and not what it cannot do. After years and years of what appears to be research, dirty work, digging in the earth, reworking things for what it's worth. It seems we found out that there's nothing to find out. The fact is we don't know the facts. The fact is we don't know the facts. We've been acting like we do for so long now. And it's hard to backpedal with your foot in your mouth. So we're just kind of waiting for everyone to figure it out. Pretty much the only thing that we can say for sure that is true is that time catches up with you. I could go back in time and have a word with myself. I tell myself to settle down. Don't lose your cool. You gotta have a better poker face if you wanna be breaking so many rules all the time. You know your place and your part, so go play with all your heart. Don't start looking like some kind of has-been that never really was. You know it is what it is. Unless it isn't, then it ain't. You're gonna faint from being so stressed. You're gonna take some time off your feet. You should try not to miss a beat, because forward is the only way through. Yeah, sometimes catching up with you, it's catching up with you. Time catches up, look, here it comes. Time catches up with you, it catches up with you. Time catches up with everyone. And it doesn't really matter now which way you go. It could track you down every road. And it doesn't really matter now which way you turn. Time's always gonna be right there. And it doesn't really matter now which way you stare. Wherever you look, it's gonna be right there. Time's catching up with you, it's catching up with you. Time's catching up, don't you know? I'm catching up with you, it's catching up with you. Time catches up, look, there it goes. And you can see now how much I really care. That's why I'm here and I'm no longer over there. Yes, I know that style. I've seen that style before. But it's like a style that's not in style anymore. These days, everything's been redone, rerun, rehashed, revamped, thrown back in your face to see if you can fly again, but it can't. As if they didn't make enough cash on the flip, now they gotta keep going back to it like some kind of one-hit wonder that won't hit wonder they never really hit. It just got overplayed. Fuck. I hope you're having a nice weekend. I don't mean to dumpster dive off the deep end. It just gets on my nerves when I keep hearing the same shit over and over. I'd rather hear some people think and try to do something new. Think, speak, try to believe in something true. Think, speak, teach, try to do something. After years, years, and years, and years of what appears to be research, dirty work, digging in the earth, reworking things for what it's worth. It seems we found out that there's nothing to find out. Yep, yes, sir. The big secret is that there is no big secret. Shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone that there's no secret to not tell anyone. Don't tell anyone that nothing. Well, I don't believe in nothing. I don't believe in nothing. I believe in everything. I don't believe in nothing. I believe in everything. How could you believe in nothing? It's no thing. There's nothing there to believe in. My stand-up comedies are pretty funny. I've been from here to zero, but I don't believe it exists. I insist that there's no such thing as nothing. All the same, I guess it would be logical to claim that 2024 years ago, we were living in the year zero. And that's a year that we were waiting on for so long, as we counted backwards in a long line of negative numbers. In the era of BC, we kept track of time in reverse. It was such a curse. We didn't know how long ago we had started. We just knew that we'd end up at zero eventually. And after a long wait, it felt great to be living in year zero. You see, we don't know what history really shows when it's always being superimposed on the present. And now we can't ever go back and find another way to get right here. It's all these things that have occurred that led us to be who we are right now. And I don't feel sorry for anyone who can't be satisfied. Well, it's your own life you're leading, and as I lead mine, I find that I just don't know what it is about zero that I can't wrap my mind around. This oh so elusive idea of nothing at all, nothing at all. Nihilism, denialism, I can't even try to begin. Oh, zeroing in, I feel like it's all been zeroed out. And you're not allowed to pout about this, 'cause it's too late now. We've come so far from zero. From zero. Zero, and I feel like it's all been zeroed out. I've been from here to zero, I don't believe it exists. I don't believe in nothing. I pulled that song out of my ass one day and I just memorized it. I was like, that's cool. I just learned how I just pulled it out of my ass, literally. I just played it exactly like that. I was like, wow, I was kind of inspired there. I'm going to learn how I did that. I learned it note for note because I thought it was so cool. In case you're wondering where that weird ass song came from, it came from my weird ass. I'm Dr. Bass. I'm a weird ass. I'm a bass backwards acrobat in a world that's fucking upside down. I feel like I'm the only guy going forward. As you impart with the partial smile, dispose into your world of denial like a head on collision. Ouch. As you impart with the partial smile, disperse. As you impart with the partial smile, disperse into your world of denial like a head on collision. A head on collision. Yeah, colliding in the wake of your decision. Head on collision. Spyglass specks can view a far-off train wreck before they met in a head-on collision. Head-on collision. X-ray vision, high definition, limited edition of a rendition that's never gonna get listened to. You do the mathematics and you'll choke and cough up a kaleidoscope. What? Spitting splinters and shards. Yes, living in this like it's more ridiculous. Living in this like it's more ridiculous. Living in this like it's more ridiculous as time goes by. Oh, being made of money doesn't make you anybody special. Being made of money doesn't make you anybody fucking special. Makes you a lot of phony friends, and in the end, you're just a free flow freak show that can't go forever on the down low. Free flow freak show can't go forever on the down low. You're getting beat up from the future that induces an epileptic seizure. Walking through the room looking like a foreign creature. Eating bullets, bullet the flesh and discard the rest of the mess. Spyglass specs can view a far-off train wreck before they meet. Head-on collision. It's a head-on collision. Ooh. Head-on collision. Colliding in the wake of your decision. Yes, I'm just living in this like it's more ridiculous as time goes by. More ridiculous as time goes by. Ridiculous as time goes by. Hey, but being made of money, it doesn't make you anybody special. Being made of money doesn't make you anybody fucking special. It makes you a lot of phony friends, and in the end, you're just a free flow freak show that can't go forever on the down low. Birds are chirping and people are working, and I've been circling around. All of my colors were fading away. All of my colors were fading to gray. All up until this here love came along. Out of nowhere. Now my colors come rushing back in. I feel alive again. Standing here in this love. Walk right through this here love. just to share with you. I felt that was the least I could do. Take some with you when you go. You never know when you might need it. You never know when you might need a little love. This love came from God above. I brought it down here just to share with you. I felt that was the least I could do. Take some with you when you go. You never know when you might need it. You never know when you might need a little love. Take some. Would you take it? Take it from me. You never know when you might need it. You never know when you might need a little love. Take it from me. Oh, won't you take some with you when you go? You never know when you might need a little love. You never know when you might need it. You never know when you might need a little love. Take it from me. Oops. Just take it from me. Take more than you need so you can share as you go. Take it, take it, take it from me. Take it, take it, take it from me. I want you to take it when you go. Take it from me. You never know when you might need a little love. And the thing about loving, when you get a little, now you want some more. When you get a little more, now you know you need a lot. You wanna get that loving, well that loving's hard. Baby, keep that loving, don't you let that loving stop. Keep that loving coming, baby, don't you let that loving ever stop. I wanna lick up every last drop. Baby, keep that loving coming, don't you let that loving ever stop. You know you need a lot of love, but do you believe in God above? All my colors were fading away. My shit's falling apart. My shit's all fucked up. My shit's all retarded and shit, you know, and you talk like a fag. Shit's all retarded and you talk like a fag. Alright, shut alone. What? Oh, you just plant? Are they sprouts or you just planted them?
Seeds that I got from my parents' plant. So, yeah, why not throw them there?
Where'd you put them?
Just where the other ones I planted.
Down on the bottom?
In the middle between the artichokes.
Okay. Oh, right over there. Oh, okay. You planted some over there?
Yeah.
Did you move them out of the bed down there? Oh, that's right. You know that there's a lot of fake ass weird shit these days. Yep. Seems there's a lot of fake ass weird shit these days. Everywhere you look, it seems there's a lot of fake ass weird shit these days. Do you know what I mean? If you wanna fake it to make it, you're gonna fake it to make it. If you fake it to make it, your success is fucking fake. cuff, a rough talk of intelligence. Stuff, not too much stuff, not too much relevance. And developments, peculiar elements, telepathic pelicans and elephants. There's a lot of fake ass weird shit coming down the pike. There's a lot of fake ass weird shit these days. There's a lot of fake ass weird shit these days. Everywhere you look, it seems. There's a lot of fake ass weird shit these days. Do you know what I mean? You got to fake it to make it. You want to fake it to make it. If you fake it to make it, your success is fake. Off the cuff, rough talk of intelligence. I said off the cuff, rough talk of intelligence. Ooh, development, peculiar elements, telepathic pelicans and elephants. We're all in this together telepathically. We're all in this together telepathically. And I can tell a pathological lie from a mile away these days. I can tell a pathological lie from a mile away these days. Whatever happened to critical thinking? I don't know. Seems like it's gone out the window. People just want to believe everything they see on their TV set. It's a pretty sad state of affairs. Everybody's fucking fake as fuck these days. And I can tell a pathological lie from a mile away these days. Telepathic pelicans and elephants. Stuff are not too much irrelevance. Off the cuff, rough talk of intelligence. There's a lot of fake ass weird shit these days. Please don't dominate the rap check if you got nothing new to say. If you please go right up the track, this train's got to run today. I spend a little time on the mountain, spend some time on the hill. I talk some things I don't understand, but I think in time I will. I don't know what I was told. The heat of the sun, a man died of cold. Keep on running, don't stand and wait. With the sun getting dark and the hour so late. Ooh, you can't overlook the blackjack of any other highway you ride. It's got no signs or dividing lines and very few rules to guide. I spent a little time on the mountain. I spent some time on the hill. Heard some say you better run away. Others say better stand still. I don't know what I was told. If the horse don't pull, you got to carry the load. I don't know whose back's that strong. Maybe find out before too long. Ooh, one way or another. One way or another. One way or another. This darkness has got to give. This darkness has got to give. This darkness has got to, darkness has got to give. This darkness has got to give. How's it go? The sunshine nuts might die by day, nor the moon by night. And everything that I do shall be up full and right. If it's all night, yeah, it's got to be all I'm the lucky one under the sun. Listen, if you make me move, then you know you've got to groove all night. Yeah, got to be all right. All night. Yeah, so got to be all right. Tear it, drop, break it back. Tear it, how's it go? Break it back. Tear it, drop. Wipe those lonely tears from your eyes. I tell you why, 'cause it's all right. It's got to be all right. If it's all night, yeah, got to be all right. Whoa, 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 whoa. How's it going? The song is by Wob Barley and the Mailers. Wob Barley and the Mailers. Don't change your name, keep it the same, for fear I might lose you again. I know you won't, it's just that I'm unorganized. I want to find you in something could happen. When you come down, we'll go to town. I haven't been there in years. Well, I'd be fine wasting our time, not doing anything here. Just doing nothing. Just doing nothing. Just doing nothing. We'll drift for days, talking about things important to us, like whatever. We'll defuse bombs, walk marathons, take on whatever together. Whatever together. Whatever together. Whatever together. Whatever together. Oh, nice. The raspberry dirt? The dirt from the raspberry? I don't make waves, I ride them. I get inside them. I get on top of a wave and I ride it back into the shore. I don't make waves, I ride them. I get inside them. I ride on top. I ride it all the way in. Oh, baby, how can you tell if what you know is just as well? Most of the things that you think you believe, it turns out that's just a crock of shit. And who knew? I didn't, and I had to figure it out for myself, despite the world of people pushing back in every way. They don't want you to say, well, what's true and what isn't. It's just a constant battle, it seems, trying to prevent being censored. Censorship is a sign that they got something to hide. No one ever censors lies. They just censor things that go against what they say, what they claim. It's a misinformation. It's actually mistaken. It's misguiding because they're trying to guide you somewhere else, apparently. I don't make these waves, I only ride them. I get inside them and I never ride it all the way back in just to see where it begins and where it finally ends. How can you tell if there's a heaven and a hell when both of the things that you hear about both places seem so fake and far away? Maybe it's just another fairy tale, something that's been exaggerated, misappropriated, misinterpreted, let go astray. Maybe it's just how you spend your last day. Die with a smile on your face. That's the way it is, and that's the way it would be. And if it's the opposite, well, that's a bad thing. Wanna be ready for anything these days. I don't make waves, I only just ride them. I get inside them and I ride them all the way in. See where it ends. Since I don't really know where it begins, I don't make the waves, I just ride them. I get inside them, come out on top every time, and ride it all the way in. Just riding this wave all the way to the shore so I can see it in. You gotta ride it all the way since you don't really know where it begins. I don't make these waves, I only ride them. I don't make any waves, I just ride the waves. Plenty of waves anyway, you don't need to make any more. I just ride them, I get inside them. I don't know who it is that provides them, but I make the best of it. I ride that shit all the way back into the shore. Turn around and I'll do it some more. I don't know, I'm just kind of making this up as I go. It's kind of cool, huh? I like that song. I like my new song I just made. I just pulled out of my ass. Ask me where it came from. I don't know. I don't make the waves. I only ride them. I don't fake this shit. I could not do that. It wouldn't be authentic. trouble with the capital T. Lying down, they said, but tired ain't for me. Let this one fly. Let it fly, let it fly. Wonder what they'll make of me when I am good and gone and song in God's country. Let this one fly, let it fly. Off on your merry way, off till another day. On your merry way, 'cause unrevealed and tucked away, and we'll never know. We'll never know. Trouble with people like me, tying down, and then they vanish instantly. Let this one fly, let it fly. There's really no problem, you see. Oh, when the sky ignites and the days crash quietly. Let this one fly, let it fly. Off on your merry way, off till another day. On your merry way, on your merry way. 'Cause unrevealed and tucked away, and we'll never know. We'll never know. We'll never know. But try to keep your head on. Head on. Try to keep your head on. And head off. Yes, you try to keep your head on and head off. You try to keep your head on, try to keep your head on and head off. Oh, try to keep your head on and get lost. Try to keep your head, get head off. It's hard to keep your head on, it's hard to keep your head on and head off. Just to try to keep your head on, keep your head on, keep your head. Better keep your head and head off. Better feed your head, feed your head. If you go chasing rabbits and you know you're going to fall, tell 'em a hookah, the smoking caterpillar has given you the call. Oh, Oscar Alice with the 10-foot pole. There, when men on the chessboard get up and tell you where to go, and you're just eating a bunch of mushrooms, and your mind is moving slow. Remember, go ask Alice. I think she'll know when logic and proportion have fallen softly dead, and the white knight's talking backwards, and the red queen's off with her head. Remember what the dormouse said. Remember, gotta feed your head. Remember what the dormouse said. Feed your head. Got to feed your head. Feed your head. One pill makes you larger. I wonder what that pill might be. So I'm kind of fading up here. I gotta keep my head on. Gotta keep my head on. Wake up, gotta do something fast. I like finding shiny things, I like the way they shine. I like finding shiny things, I find them all the time. Cause I find those shiny things and make them mine. Like those shiny items, you can buy them at the store. Like those shiny items, but they cost a lot more than the boring, non-shiny fucking things. That's why I like finding shiny things for free. If you see me finding things, I'm probably finding shiny things. I find them all and hold them all anyway. Jeez. I said, if you see me finding things, I'm probably finding shiny things. I find them all and all them all anyway. Yeah. That's so hard. Okay. Okay. Well, my mama told me, my papa told me to. Mama told me, my papa told me to. And I shouldn't be here trying to sing these railroad blues. Wish I had listened to what my mama said. Wish I had listened to what my mama said. Well, I wouldn't be here trying to sleep in this cold iron bed. Mr. Jailer, go away now, don't tell me no lies. Mr. Jailer, go away now, don't tell me no lies. Well, that train rolled down, she's rolling down the line. Well, I went to the depot, never got there on time. Down to the depot, never got there on time. Well, that train rolled down, she's rolling down the line. Oh, yes, I had to listen to what my mama said. Oh, yes, I had to listen to what my mama said. Well, I wouldn't be here trying to sleep in this cold iron bed. Alrighty then. I think I might wrap this shit show up. How you guys doing? Justin was in here. Justin, just in case. Better cover your face, just in case. I better shelter in place, just in case. You better stay 6 feet away from me, just in case. And just in case. Yeah, just in case, just in case, just in case. You got to do everything we say so you can be safe. It's time for you to go and get another jab. And don't you worry about all those adverse events, because those are super rare and won't happen to you. So you better be smart and just go do what we say. Yeah, just in case. And don't you worry about that palsy. That's just part of you getting safe. And besides, you are covering your face anyway, and you are not around anyone, so nobody will know. And it's nothing to be ashamed of, at least you're safe, just in case. Don't you worry about the newscaster who fell over backwards on his ass and died. That was just a case of sad, and you know that sad's out there. It's coming to get you, so you better just do what we say. Don't be sad, just be safe. Yeah, just in case. just in case. Oh yeah, just in case, gotta do all these things so you can be safe. Yeah, just in case, just in case. You can never be too safe. You can never be too afraid. Why don't you want to go and do these things just in case? You better swallow your defiance and follow science. Just in case. Just in case, and just in case, just in case. Time for you to go and get another jab, just in case. Yes. Remember that year when the flu disappeared? That was back in 2020. It was so weird. That the flu up and disappeared. I was like, where did the flu go? Do you know? Did it fly away or did it just change its name? Where did the flu go? Do you know? Well, one thing that I know to be true is that the bird flu, yes, you know, 'cause that's what birds do. Did the flu fly to? I don't know. Where did the flu go? Do you know? Where a flu might flow. The bat flew, the bird flew, yes, they both fly. They flew and they fly and they flow out your window. Where did the flu go? Do you know? I think I have a clue about the flu and why it disappeared that year. Because you think that it probably was renamed, but I have a different theory, and that's what I will say right now. I will share with you. I think that the reason the flu disappeared is because everyone was so scared that year that they didn't go and visit their doctor like they normally would of any other year. And in which case that means that they didn't get their flu shot. Can't see the connection. The whole reason that we have a flu season is because people go get their flu shots every year and it makes them sick as fuck. And they were like, thank God I got that shot. It would have been so much worse. Oh, well. It is a curse that you self-inflict. I would not recommend that you go and do that shit. We live in a backwards world where doctors make you sick. That is a fact. Chew on that for a while. Where did the flu go? Do you know? Where did it go? Where did the flu go? Do you know? I know where that flu went, but do you know where the bird flew? I don't know, I just know that's what birds do. They fly, they flew. But one thing that we know to be just a big fucking lie is the swine flu. Everyone knows that pigs don't fly. That's just a big fucking lie. Pigs don't fly. Oh, where did the flu fly? Do you know? Sorry, I just kind of like, I get the idea for the song and I just kind of make it up. I don't really have any definitive lyrics necessarily. Because I don't really take it that serious. But maybe might be the best guess for what it's worth. For which its worth is measured, it is how sure we are. And are we sure? How is it measured? Is worth its which, worth its what for? Guess best the B might, maybe might be the best guess for what it's worth. For which its worth is measured. It's how sure we are, and are we sure? How is it measured? Is worth its which, worth its worth for? Guess best the B might, maybe. B might, maybe might be the best guess for what it's worth. For which its worth is measured. It is how sure we are. And are we sure? How is it measured? Is worth its which, worth its what for? Guess best the B might, maybe might be the best guess for what it's worth. For which its worth is measured. It is how sure we are. And are we sure? How is it measured? Is worth its which, worth its what for? Guess best the B might, maybe might be the best guess for what it's worth. For which its worth is measured. It is how sure we are. And are we sure? How is it measured? Is worth its which, worth its what for? Guess best the B might, maybe might be the best guess for what it's worth. For which its worth is measured. It is how sure we are. And are we sure? How is it measured? It's worth its which, worth its what for? I guess best the B might, maybe. All right, folks, I'm gonna wrap this shit up. I'm gonna get a smoke. So give me like a minute, less than a minute. Baby might be the best guess for what it's worth. Maybe might be the best guess for what it's worth. Hey, what's up, buddy? Trixie! Trixie Poo! Oh, hi, doggy. Want to see a cute dog? Trixie Poo! Hold on. Oh, yeah, she's a crazy dog, huh? Trixie Poo! Yeah, she's crazy. Trixie, little puppy, you're crazy. She's cute, though. She's a girl, right?
Yeah.
She's cute.
She's loud, but
I know she goes, yeah.
she's loud and she looks scary, but she's sweet.
Yeah, she's kind of a brat, but she's sweet, huh? Yeah, that's what I gathered. She's cute. She's a punk, but she's cute.
If you want her, you can have her.
I was thinking about that. She's cute. He's like, if you want her, you can have her.
If you eventually don't have any cats.
Yeah, I know. She'd be kind of a handful. I don't know. Thank you, though. That's a nice offer. I'll think about it. Cute dog. It's just kind of a little bit of a punk. You'd have to send it to like training school, boarding school for you. Once upon a bent space and time where you can curve in a straight line, put a dumb idea in your mind and think it's true. Once upon a bent space and time where you can curve in a straight line, put a dumb idea in your mind and think it's true. But people call, say it's not true at all. Earth is flat, it's not a ball. You thought they all were kidding you. You used to laugh about all of us. Now you don't seem so proud. Now you don't laugh so loud. Now that it's become obvious that your shit ain't real. Oh, how does it feel? How does it feel to find out your home is safe here under the dome, and it's a stationary stone? Well, you went to all the same schools we did, that's cool, but you know they never really taught you anything true in it. No one's ever taught you how to go out and actually prove anything for yourself, and you just got used to it. You seem to be compromised as you talk about this vacuum in the sky. And we all say to ourselves, I don't think that's real. No, how does it feel? How does it feel? Find out your home is safe here under the dome, and it's a stationary stone. Stationary stone. Well, you never turned around to see the frowns on the Neil deGrasse clowns when they pulled their tricks on you. You never understood that it ain't no good. You shouldn't let other people tell you what is true. And you used to be so amused at outer space and all that is fucking ruse. Now you take a look at it and it's easy to see through. It's a big hoax and it's evident now. How much money they steal? How does it feel? You know, you get the idea. The princess and her people, the high priest of science and their dogmatic belief system that's more philosophy. It's not science at all, in fact, it's actually fraudulent, and they're a bunch of thieves trying to convince you you're an accident and there's no meaning at all to life as you know it, and it kind of just takes the fun out of things. I wonder why they do that. Maybe they want to invert everything that's good and true. Who knew? It's like we see a celestial sphere in the sky that's been pretty much proven. Like, even if you want to take the star trails as evidence of that, it's like that's pretty much the best evidence of it. It's like we see circles, you know, and then we see a straight line, and then we see circles going the other way. It's like that's like a sphere, you know, sort of split open like over our heads. And like that's neat. I mean, it's fucking cool, you know? But like that doesn't necessarily mean we have to attribute that observation to the shape of the ground that we're on. In fact, that's kind of a bold claim because that would entail us having to be on the up, in reference to each other upside down. You know, that's tricky right there. You got to start like making up weird shit at that point because we don't see evidence of that. You know, where there's something that can walk upside down on a ball. We've never seen that actually be evident in nature. I mean, we can't just say, oh, because we see things in the sky doing stuff, you know, that now we can walk upside down on a ball. That's a pretty bold claim when you think about it. And then to say the Earth is moving when it's clearly not. And then say the sun's sinking below the horizon when you can zoom in on it and see that it's not. And then you think about it, am I falling backwards? No, you're not. So like the whole thing's shot. It's just a joke. I mean, it's falling apart as we see it. As we look, the closer we look, it's falling apart as we speak. I mean, as we think, as we do, as we spread the fucking truth and get censored and shadow banned, and we still just keep coming out on top every day. More flat earthers, less globers. It's like a equation. You can pretty much rely on it. There's not more globers every day. There's, well, you know, kind of in the sense that they're like, people are going to school and learning this garbage, you know, but like, the internet still exists for the meantime. Any person could get on there and start learning the truth. You know, I do believe that there's going to come a point in time where they're going to shut down the internet and then jumpstart it back up and be like, we saved the day, everybody, yay. Now just go get your social, credit score and your digital ID and you'll be able to jump right on. It's all good. You're going to have to get on a jab treadmill and get about a dozen jabs every year, but it's cool. And your money will expire. It's all good. Come on board, folks. So right now we got to really we got to work at it. I don't have that much of a following, but I'm doing this every day. I just want to talk about it and make sure that there's somewhere someone's talking about it. I mean, I know there's a ton of us. It's like I'm just one more person. Spread the truth, people. Like, this shit's fucking bogus, dude. It doesn't hold up. The umbrella that science has been constructed underneath. It's a leaky umbrella. It doesn't hold water. There's no point in holding it. And they're still teaching it to people, like it's true. So we got to keep working at this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, we all need to be doing this, to some level, whether it be just putting up flyers or fucking talking to people that that might be interested, planting seeds. I mean, it's kind of impossible to not want to when you start discovering that we've been so thoroughly duped. It's like, well, hold on a minute. We realize what we're up against, it's like indoctrination. It's fucking, people have been conditioned, I mean, it's hard to shake that and break that. I fought it my whole life, so it was kind of easy for me, I knew what was going on. I was being conditioned and I didn't like it. I fought it tooth and nail the whole way. That's why I'm Dr. Bass Ackwards. I've been running against the grain ever since the day I came here. And when you run against the grain, it causes friction. Yeah. And when the friction, it causes friction, and that friction really starts to burn. Yeah. When it burns, you know what's gonna happen next. That's when this place is going up in flames. At the end of the game. End of the game. End of the game. The against the grain causes friction. You know that friction really starts to burn. And when it burns, you know what's gonna happen next. That's when this place is going up in flames. At the end of the game, the end of days. We can share the women, we can share the wine. We can share the women, we can share the wine. We can share what we got of yours, 'cause we done shared all of mine. Keep on rolling, just a mile to go. Yeah, keep on rolling, my old buddy. You're moving much too slow. Moving much too slow. I just jumped the watchman right outside the fence. Took his rings for bucks and change. Ain't that heaven sent? Hurts my ears to listen. It burns my eyes to see. Cut down a man in cold blood, and it might as well be me. Might as well be me. At the point of a knife. Now the die is shaken, now the die must fall. There ain't no winner in the game. He don't go home with all, not with all. Leaving Texas on the 4th day of July. The sun's so hot, the clouds so low, the eagles fill the sky. Catch a Detroit riding out of Santa Fe. The great northern out of Cheyenne, from sea to shining sea. Gotta go to Tulsa, first train we can ride. Gotta settle one old score, one small point of pride. There ain't no place in like I told you what I said. Steal your face right off your head. Now he's gone. He's gone. Gone. Now he's gone, 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 he's gone. He's gone. Like a steam locomotive rolling down the track. Yeah, he's gone, he's gone, he's gone. And nothing's gonna bring him back. I said he's gone. Going where the wind don't blow so strange. There they offer some high cold mountain range. I lost one round, but the prize wasn't anything. A knife in the back and more of the same. Oh man, I'm so goofy. What are you guys doing? The doctor gets it. The doctor is in. Is the doc in? I'm just trying to talk to the doc. I'm not stalking him. Hey doc, knock, 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 knock. Is the doc in? I'm trying to talk to the doc about this socks in. Heard it knocks your socks inside out. You should ask your doctor about this DESOXYN. This socks in. It keeps you from stopping. It's fucking exhausting. I can't stop talking about this socks in. Is the doc in? Knock, 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 knock. Is the doc in? I'm not stalking the doctor, just wanna talk to him. If you wanna be slim, thin, trim, slim, thin, thin, trim, slim, thin, trim, slim, thin, trim, slim, trim, slim, trim, a thin, trim, slim, thin, trim, slim, trim, sucked up, and you don't wanna have to get your butt tucked. Well, you can get a script of this shit, but it gets you fucked up. DESOXYN, DESOXYN, keeps you from stopping. It's fucking exhausting. I can't stop talking about DESOXYN. Is it talking? Is it knock, 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 knock? Is it talking? I'm not stalking the doc, I just wanna talk to him. One doctor to another. Tell me, brother. Knock, 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 knock. If you wanna be slim, trim, thin, trim, slim, trim, thin, trim, slim, thin, trim, thin, trim, slim, trim, slim, trim, thin, trim, slim, trim, thin, trim, slim, trim, thin, trim, slim, thin, trim, sucked up, and you don't wanna have to get your butt tucked. Get a script of this shit, but it gets you fucked up. DESOXYN, methamphetamine in a pill. I don't recommend it, but I know a doctor who will. But I don't want to dox him. All right, I gotta go, folks. I love you. Don't be strangers in my echo chamber. I'm here every day, you know. That's right. That's what I do.